History does not pity the fool who chooses the wrong woman. That is the unspoken law every man learns too late, standing over the grave of his potential, wondering how his kingdom fell without a single battle. The world will never warn you. Your mother won't. Your friends can't. Society profits from your blindness. But Machiavelli knew. Behind every ruined man lies not fate, not misfortune, but the wrong woman he foolishly let breach his gates. While the masses peddle fairy tales of loyalty and happily ever after, Machiavelli whispers the raw truth. Men judge more by appearances than reality. All men have eyes, but few have the gift of penetration. You're not here to be entertained, you're here to survive. There are only two types of women, beneficial and destructive, no gray, no maybes. She either elevates your life or poisons it. Most women today are masters of illusion, polished parasites disguised as prizes. Sugarcoat it all you want, your denial won't stop your life from burning. This isn't hate, this is strategy. Machiavelli warned, he who seeks to deceive will always find those willing to be deceived. That someone is the weak man who feels before he thinks. Never choose based on appearance alone. She could be carved by gods, but if her mind is barren, her loyalty transactional, and her values rotten, she's not a queen. She's venom in silk. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. The real man, the strategist, sees deeper. He studies her patterns, her choices, how she treats those beneath her, what she says about those not in the room. Men who lose everything ignored these signals. You don't stumble upon a beneficial woman. You select her, test her, observe her like a general surveys terrain. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Stop being the fool who waits until he's shackled. Never choose a woman who disrespects masculine authority. If she sees your strength as a threat, not shelter, leave. If she competes with your leadership, leave. If she critiques your vision but offers no wisdom, leave. A woman who cannot honor masculine order will drown your life in feminine chaos. This is how kings topple, legacies crumble. You're not here to save her. You're here to build, and building demands alignment, not rebellion. Machiavelli's warning echoes. Men who fail to secure power become slaves to the forces they tried to tame. You think you can manage her drama, fix her disrespect with love? No. She knows you've already chosen her. Now she holds the power you handed her like a beggar. Power isn't negotiated. You possess it, or you forfeit it. Most men, desperate for love, surrender their power wrapped in velvet lies. Compromise, partnership, understanding. Noble words, fatal fantasies. Machiavelli was ruthless. It is much safer to be feared than loved. Love without respect is slavery with a smile. The man who lets a woman rule him for peace is a puppet king with a tin crown rotting behind closed doors. To know her truth, test her reaction to boundaries, say no. Withdraw your time, money, attention. Listen to the silence. Does she respect distance? Or manipulate with tears, guilt, hollow promises? Modern women are trained by a weak society to believe men exist to feed their endless emotional hunger, and most men, starved for affection, serve on their knees. But you are not most men. Watch how she handles boredom. Every woman behaves when entertained, showered with gifts, drowning in attention. But boredom reveals character. Does she create value in silence, or crave chaos to feel alive? Does she sit in patience, or spark petty wars to reclaim importance? The woman who can't master her emotions in stillness will detonate your life when storms hit. You need peace, not a grenade disguised as a muse. And then the lie you've swallowed. Body count doesn't matter. Her past isn't your business. You're insecure if you care, Machiavelli would scoff. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. Men today are duped into thinking a woman's history doesn't predict her loyalty. But history is your only compass. A woman who betrayed others before you isn't starting fresh. She's sharpening the knife while you blink. Her past isn't a footnote. It's your future, screaming, never invest in a woman who doesn't share your values. You're a man of vision, or should be. A visionary doesn't marry lust, he aligns with mission. If she mocks your discipline, scoffs at ambition, cares more for Instagram than legacy leave, I don't care how she looks in a dress, how sweetly she whispers when she wants something. The wrong woman will cost you your destiny. No pleasure is worth the graveyard of your potential. The one no man wants to hear. If she doesn't fear losing you, she'll never value you. The coldest law. The woman who believes you'll always stay, no matter her disrespect, no matter her apathy, will grow to despise you. Why? What costs nothing is worth nothing. Machiavelli knew. Men should be either caressed or crushed. Women, by nature, will do the same. If she can't lose you, she'll crush you. If she fears losing you, she'll rise to meet you. Men who are feared aren't cruel, they're respected. Their absence means something. Stop begging for scraps. Stop rewarding bad behavior with attention. The man willing to walk away owns the power. Always. It's easy to preach these truths. Living them demands killing the fool inside, the romantic, the desperate boy who thinks love can conquer female nature. Men break today not by women, but by their own delusions. Machiavelli was merciless. Men are driven by love or fear. Fear holds more power. Always. The woman you can't walk away from owns you. Watch how she treats the man she fears losing. Tone softens, loyalty tightens. Chaos. But the man who's always available? She grows colder. Bolder. She tests him. Not from malice, but instinct. Female nature doesn't trust what it doesn't respect. The most dangerous woman is the one who sees you as an emotional crutch, not a leader. She vents, cries, shares fears. But does she follow your guidance, submit to your vision, rise to your standards? If not, you're not her king, you're her emotional dumpster. She'll use you until she finds a man she actually respects. Harsh? Let it burn. That pain is your wake-up call. Respect isn't negotiated, it's commanded. Beg for it and you've lost. Command it by living as if you'll walk any moment. The man who fears loss becomes her servant. The man who embraces loss becomes her obsession. She'll test you, push you, see if you'll bark without bite, walk, vanish. Not to punish her, to remind her you value yourself more than her absence. Watch her relationship with men, not just exes or friends, how she speaks of men generally. Does she admire strength or mock it, praise her father, brothers, mentors, or spew bitterness? A woman who secretly despises men will never submit. She'll play sweet, then unleash venom. You'll realize you married a competitor, not a companion. The promise given was necessity. The word broken is necessity. Her words mean nothing if her patterns lie. Don't marry potential, marry patterns. If her past was chaos, it won't become peace with you. If she was lazy, she won't turn disciplined. You're not the exception, you're the next fool. Most men ignore this because they believe they're the ones who'll change her. Your love isn't special, your patience won't crack her code. You're not her savior, you're a man, and a man's time is his life. Every minute wasted reforming her steals from your future. Machiavelli's blade cuts deep. The wise man does at once what the fool does finely. Delay cutting ties, and you're the fool. No woman is your purpose is your mission. Discipline, kingdom. A woman is either asset or liability. Most men invert this. They make her the center, the reason they breathe. When she senses this, respect dies. Women don't trust men who orbit them. They trust men who orbit nothing but their mission. The same woman who disrespects one man worships another. Not because she changed, but because he did. Never choose a woman who can't thrive in your absence. Step back. Watch. Does she collapse into chaos or rise in discipline? The woman needing constant validation, babysitting, attention, she'll be your death. The woman who multiplies when you're gone, guards your mission when you're not watching, that's your queen. Machiavelli's law, better feared than loved. In relationships, this means enforcing standards ruthlessly. If she crosses a line, call it out. Withdraw time, show her the door. Not from cruelty, from sovereignty. Bend once, bend forever. To the trapped man, the one thinking, I've already chosen wrong. It's not too late. But it'll cost everything, pride, time, money. Ask, what's more expensive, leaving now or dying slowly for 20 years? The wrong woman will drain you dry. When you're empty, she'll leave anyway. Nature has no pity for men who refuse to lead. Machiavelli knew, people respect what they fear losing. If she doesn't fear losing you, you've taught her you've got no spine. Change that today. You're not a footnote in her story, you're a kingdom builder. Your kingdom thrives or dies by her presence. Modern men aren't weak, they're brainwashed to call weakness compassion, tolerance, love. Machiavelli stripped this bare. A prince who is not wise cannot be wisely advised. Weakness attracts chaos. You didn't meet bad luck, you invited it. Own it. Men wait for a perfect woman to magically appear. They don't build value, don't sharpen judgment. They float, letting feelings rule. But feelings lie. Women trigger validation, comfort, lust. Distractions from the final law. Men judge by the eye, not the hand. All see, few understand. You have eyes, but do you have insight? Can you sit across beauty and see through the act? Walk away when your body begs to stay. Real men choose by wisdom, not hunger. Strategy, not lust. Test her loyalty in absence before trusting her in presence. Any woman acts right when watched. The test is who she becomes when you're gone. Does she guard your name, reject other men's advances, live by your standards without reward, or drift? The woman untrustworthy in shadows will betray you in your darkest hour. Machiavelli told rulers to fortify cities, secure gates. You're a kingdom. Guard time, energy, purpose like your life depends on it. Because it does, modern society lies. Women are endless. Keep swiping. Lower standards. Machiavelli knew. Men forget their father's death faster than lost inheritance. Nothing bankrupts faster than chasing women who debt your mind, spirit, future. Most women aren't worth choosing. You know it. You feel it. Yet you settle, terrified of loneliness. Here's the final truth. Better alone than with the wrong woman. She won't just waste time. She'll strip your edge, clarity, purpose. Look at the men you admired, now hollowed by women who never respected them. That's your fate if you ignore this. While you entertain the wrong woman, the right one passes by, watching you degrade, shrink, sell your future for crumbs, become a man who suffers loneliness over convenience. Machiavelli taught rulers to sacrifice ease for power. Your end? Legacy, peace, purpose. The means? Ruthless selection. Every woman either sharpens your sword or dulls it. No neutral, no harmless choice. She multiplies your life or misery, fuels your fire or drains it, stands as fortress or tears you apart from within. Kings fell not by armies, but by women they trusted. Great men were gutted not by foes, but by bedmates. The irony? The woman you chose poorly will be the one you spend your life excusing. I didn't know, it just happened. It wasn't that bad. But you'll know, you saw the signs, heard this message, ignored it. When your kingdom burns, no one saves you, no one pities self-inflicted cowardice. Machiavelli wrote for winners, not men craving applause. To win, to build a life worth defending. Choose like a ruler, not a fool. Test like a king, not a beggar. Stand ready to walk, not from coldness, but because your mission is too vast, purpose too sacred, time too finite to waste on those who don't multiply your empire. You stand at the edge. Your next move defines you, builder of legacy or another casualty of weakness. Lower standards now, and you light the fuse on your ruin. Comfort got you here. Comfort made you tolerate the intolerable. Comfort turns kings to beggars, warriors to slaves. Final law. You rise by ruthless standards, not luck. The world won't cheer. You'll be mocked, called harsh, cruel, but the man alone in peace is richer than the man drowning in chaos, called love. If this truth hits your chest, if something shifted, don't scroll. Act, like, share, subscribe. Support the war for men's futures. Those who stay asleep will mourn losses. You'll build a life beyond their reach. Choose now.